Alrighty, so here we are with Left to Learn, January 18th, 2014. And with me here, I have my trusty co-caster here, Rails.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, if you live on the East Coast, I think it would be night, wouldn't it?
Is the sun still up or not?
Well, it would be 9 p.m. where they're at. I don't think the sun would be up.
Right. So, I mean, I'm generally just saying, okay, fine, good place where it's dark outside, ladies and gentlemen, unless you're obviously in a different time. I'm just gonna stop talking now. Let's just,
Alright,
do the team rundown, please.
alright. So, here we have Diamond Kravasi, Lyra, Alt, also known as Orbital, Ansrael, being mentored by Hib, also known as Haxer Mode on Twitch TV. So that's going to be the Survivor side, Team A. Team B, the Infected side, consists of Liquid, Mario, Parasite, and Rodriguez, who will be mentored by Kiss Me on the Infected side.
I think this is the first time in a little while that you have you have casting, right? And then you have Hib, who has his channel, and then you have Kiss Me, who just got done. I know yesterday he had like a 4-hour cast of the EQ finals match, EQ Cup finals match. So you got the casters here tonight.
A lot of people seem to be doing a lot of different views, views for the streams, or for the cast, etc. But so this is Blood Harvest here. I haven't seen Blood Harvest being played in Left to Learn in a while.
Yeah, and recently after I've played on Blood Harvest and stuff like that, I forget how much how it just goes from open settings to closed settings extremely quickly. And then this first map here, really a lot is gonna every map depends on the tank, but definitely this first map, depending on the tank spawn, can at the end of the first map create some point disparity between the two teams if somebody doesn't play it correctly. But I see a 73% tank to start us off here.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty late tank. They'll probably take it by the I want to say near the would it be called an underpass? Let me go ahead and fly over there. Biggie. I don't know what to call this. A chute that leads down
Yeah,
to the factory.
it's a shoot.
All right, so yeah, they probably take it near the chute. If the tank does some rocks, though, they're probably gonna want to push it back all the way down to the. I guess you want to say trailer home over here, or buildable
Mo-
office.
Mobile office, yeah.
Mobile office. Yeah, let's go with that.
I
Or
was
it could
gonna
be
say
a
that'd
trailer home. Actually, no. It has a TV in there, trash bin. I could live here, somewhat.
You could cast there too. Look, it has that little key. That has that little TV. No, that's a microwave. Never mind. Wait, is that a microwave? What the hell?
Oh no, it's
We're
television.
going
One
live.
of those
Okay.
old CRT. All right. So we're gonna be going live here. Looks like we're starting off with a 2-2 here with Jockey and Hunter. Hunter gonna be going for that. I guess a low DP here. He's not gonna be going for the high DP they usually get on top of the mountainside here. Boomer looks like he's gonna want to try and rocket spawn this Boomer over the hilltop here. Survivors are taking it very slow. I think actually some of them are ghosting, but I don't know if that's intentional or if they're just waiting.
I think it's intentional. I think some of them are trying to get up because they don't know if there's a smoker or a charger out. You see them ghosting up one. I think Lewis has his melee out, just prepared to try to cut a tongue if one does happen. They're starting to push up now, and they're going out of ghosting as the hunter spawns.
Alright, Hunter is now crouching, making noise. He's going in here. It would seem as though Left 4 Dead isn't making that much noise here. I'll have to fix that in a second.
Boomer
Looks like we got a
lands.
jockey.
Yeah, Boomer lands one, and then the hunter does manage to go on as well. And the Boomer stumbles
Oh.
3 survivors into spit there as Lewis is still pounced. A lot of damage going out there, and then the hunter does repounce as the survivors are trying to clear. Pretty darn effective opening attack there from our infected team.
That was a really great attack. The stumble, I mean, the quad boom and I want to say a quad stumble in spit. That
Yeah.
was it's a lot of damage going out there on that very first hit with the 2-2 in an open area here.
Yeah, the survivors were trying to bunch up in case a charger spawned after that first engagement with the hunter there, and then they just bunched up and the Boomer's able to catch him. Next attack is coming up with another 2-2 with Jockey Charger, and then we also have a Witch in play a little bit more forward. Survivors are probably going to have to, well, it looks like the Infector are going to try to hit before they cross the bridge. Which is sitting at the end of the bridge. It's in a pretty crownable position. Looks like Lewis is going to try to go for it. His team's kind of just spread out a little bit, trying to block a couple of those spawns. He is going for the crown now, and he does manage to kill that witch. Charger is going in, and he misses the charge
Great
on the
boom.
Zoe. Yeah. Boom does land. Now Lewis is left to clear that horde up there. Bill just kind of walking into spit a little bit, but pretty well handled by the survivors there.
I mean, they got some bleeding going on here, and it looks like Lyra playing as Zoe right now. She's gonna have to take those pills soon if she takes any more damage, which is actually gonna be pretty bad for this tank, having 2 bleeders in this area, which is usually a rock tank.
Yeah, and with Bill already needing to commit those pills there, one punch, obviously, like, it's going to take 2 punches just to down Lyra there, so she is going to have to take those pills, and she has gone slow. Tank is up, by the way.
Oh, and tank is up in the hands of, I want to say, Rodriguez here.
Rodriguez.
So let's go ahead and head over to a survival war room and see how they're going to panic through this.
Oh! Whoa! Wonderful size right there. Yeah, I'm done.
While the SI spawns are down, you guys should try to be more aggressive up the tank.
Yep, I'm just reloading. That's why I'm not pushing the
Someone should try and get him up while you guys are pushing.
Yes, don't make it a reality. On to a knock. What's up?
Ah!
Oh, that's gonna be tight.
Reloading.
You guys should get kind of aggressive onto this tank. Lewis down, he might die if he's not cleared soon.
I am going to die, probably.
I'm reloading.
Zoe, go for the pickup.
Watch the charger. Guys, this is
Oh,
right
hello there,
behind
Tanky.
Ow, ammo fuck.
Yeah, we're done. That was a good charge, by the way.
Alright, and we're back.
Guys.
Yeah, like you said before you went to War Room, the fact that they already had 2 pills committed there and 1 person bleeding out, 2 people bleeding out actually for that tank fight would make it kind of difficult. And then the tank was able to go in with his first set of spawns and do enough damage to where he eventually had 1 down. I noticed him trying to punch the car, and that is one thing that's different in the pro mod and the competitive configurations on this first map 1 where those cars are not hittable, as we just saw. And then after Lewis was down, it looked like the other 3 survivors thought about running for it, but then I guess their mentor probably told them to go back. And it looks like for a moment they would have been able to get alt up, but then unfortunately they decided to accidentally put themselves in a corner and they got double punched, so.
I mean, even just right off the bat there, we also had just a boom right there in the bat, and somebody got quickly cornered and even got charged into a corner there right off the bat.
Yeah.
It was a quick down. There wasn't really much that survivor could do after getting boomed and charged back into the tank and getting down very quickly and cornered.
After that, the survivor, I thought for a second the survivors actually might have been able to kill the tank if they focused them a little bit more, but they were still kind of worried about spawns a little bit too far forward. They were kind of deciding whether or not to actually push it or to stay back and try to save Alt there, who was downed, as we said before, but yeah, it was pretty well played, I think, by both sides. Let's see if the infected team can duplicate the success of their opponents on this first attack with their Boomer, Hunter, Spitter, and Jockey. Since the one advantage that the Survivor team now does have is they do know that first set of spawns, so they're going to know that they're not going to have to really worry about a Smoker and or a Charger, so they might be able to play it just a little bit differently to kind of mitigate that damage a little bit better.
I think that's true. What they gotta really worry about is either a DP or a good boom, which can, easily be avoided here if they come in through either the left side or the center area, and just gotta be looking for that boom. Gotta listen for that boom and just shoot into the bushes there. Hope you get it.
Yeah,
Or-
and then when you're dealing, sorry.
I was gonna say, or you could just form a charger using the hunter, jockey, and the boomer, but I don't know. Seems a bit too advanced for me.
Yeah, I mean, when it takes that much planning, it's just kind of like it's those hits that you and I learned this through just through experience. Like it's good to plan out hits, but don't overthink hits to the point where your effectiveness as the SI is minimalized. That's not good.
Well, I was actually trying to make a joke there.
Oh, I'm just saying, like in general with that stuff, because I know some teams definitely like try if somebody likes to plan like a lot, don't overly complicate things. I know what you were talking about as well. Yeah. And then I was gonna ask, where exactly would you want to fight this tank? Then we know exactly it's gonna spawn around there. Do you want to take it like in front of that mobile vet clinic or whatever the heck that thing is?
Well, I thought the tank was going to spawn a bit later. I guess I underestimated the percentage, the percentage of where the tank was going to spawn. And I thought they were going to take it under the shoot little area here. But since they had to take it so much earlier, pretty much what you're going to want to do is you're going to stay outside for the hit, and then once the hit comes in, you're going to hide inside the mobile office here and try line of sight. The thing you have to worry about is he can hitbox you if he throws the rock perfectly through the window or perfectly through the door and someone's standing on the side or something. It's actually really easy to hitbox in there if the tank knows how to throw those rocks perfectly.
Right. So they just gotta be careful, and they gotta know exactly how to cycle that and how to deal with the tank spots there. It looks like the survivors, on their survivor turn, this infected team survivor turn, I should say, they were a little bit just too extended forward, and then the hit managed to go in before they were able to even get in position. So hopefully this survivor team is not caught out in the same kind of way. It really all depends on when they're going to try to spawn the tank, if the hit's up or down, how to be cautious and stuff like that, but that is if they ever leave the safe room.
Do you see this error sign to the right of the safe room here?
Yes I do. I believe, yeah, that's a nice little error sign there.
Pretty odd. Alright, so it looks like we're going live here. So again, exact identical hit here, 2-2 with Jockey and Hunter. Looks like the Hunter is actually going to be going for the high DP here. Going off the mountainside. Boomer looks like he's going to try and arc his vomit. He's going to spawn up behind that tree lodge? Lines, rather?
Tree line, yeah.
Yeah. Spitter very far back here. Looks like the Spitter's going to be going for spitting on a pounce from the position she's in. Boomer is crouching, trying to get that spawn. He's trying really hard, but I think he's about to lose his spawn here if he doesn't get it right now. Survivors are taking it very slow here, clearing out all the common that they can see, shooting from range.
Reloading.
Looks like the Jockey and the Spitter are backed up even more, so that puts the Jockey really out of position here. He's not going to be able to assist the Hunter in time. Looks like we got a pause by Rodriguez here.
I was wondering maybe if that was due to the fact that the Boomer was AFK, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. In the meantime, the Hunter has pre-spawned as well, and the other survivors are trying to duplicate that kind of Mario needs to turn off his car. Okay. Just gonna
Can't leave the car running, right?
Yeah. Baby Jesus asking, how do you forget to turn a car off? Alright then. Well, that aside, what?
Alrighty then.
I'm just gonna ignore that chat. And, yeah, I think the Boomer, he's trying to get that spawn, but I can't tell if that's, I think that's either, it has to be Francis who's sitting there, and, it's either Francis or Billy sitting there, because he's close enough, I think, to the point where he can block the spawn. And it looks like his teammates are kind of relying on him to land that boom, first, before going in with the rest of this hit. But
Right.
we'll see what they do.
Alright, so we're going live here. Let's see what the Boomer's going to be up to here.
Reloading.
Survivors are still taking it very slow. Boomer looks like he's lost his spawn completely. He's still trying to get the spawn, but he's not going to be able to get it if he just keeps moving back and forth here. Spitter and Jockey still moving back here.
There's Crouch, seems like he's ready to initiate and maybe try to just get that pounce as the Boomer is still trying to find a spawn now behind the survivors, but I think he's still getting blocked by the couple in the back. He does
Oh,
spawn
and he gets
in
a
now.
spawn! He manages to get one, but then gets popped. Here comes the Hunter. He misses the pounce. Spitter's waiting for that pounce. Jockey's coming in to try and support. We see Jockey jumping around. Hunter finally lands, and we see the Spit going in on the Boom guy, but he gets stumbled forward. Spit going downhill, so the spread isn't too great here, and it looks like Francis was jockeyed off the side here. Jockey's going to be coming back up for round 2, but with 63 health, he wants to get rid of that Jockey as soon as possible to sync up with his teammates, but I think he's going to save it.
Looks like he's actually going in now to maybe trail them. Generally speaking, during attacks stuff like that, it's good if the entire team dies together to keep spawns regulated and keep those attacks kind of synced up. Jockey looks like now he's just trying to wait, I guess, for that next hit, but he's gonna need to he's either gonna need to make up his mind and go respawn, or he's gonna need to get closer to make this hit work. The rest of his team's kind of looking for spawns right now. Hunter is spawned up, and he looks to be going for another DP. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing.
Looks like the Boomer is going to be attacking from behind here. Charger from behind also. Maybe they're setting up for the witch spawn. They're going to have somebody try and draw Crown into the bushes here. But if I were draw crowning, I wouldn't want to go into the bushes. I'd probably stay on the bridge.
Yeah. Hunter's still getting into that damage pound spot. Looks like Bill really wants to go back and shoot anything that he can find. Now the jockey did finally go back and get that respawn.
Boomer's still crouched really far back there. And, I think he's expecting them to try and draw Crown up back into the bush, but... Alright, so it looks like Bill's getting ready for the draw crown here. Bill's moving up to the witch. Might go either for a dunk crown or... No, he's going for the dunk crown. All the S are out of position. They're giving them the witch.
Wow, that's a good call by the survivors. Now the hunter is going in from the back. Yeah, that was a really good play right there.
Well, see, the survivors... I don't think they should have known where the infected were at, but that was just really bad placement of the SI.
I guess they assumed, since the only thing I can think of is I guess they assumed that the hunter was spawned in the back, so it was coming from there as that boomer gets shut down. I mean,
Reloading.
that's the only way I can think to explain it. They must have just anticipated that the hit was coming in the back and thought that since the hunter was up in the back and the jockey was running around respawning that they weren't going to hit from there. 63 health jockey is now going in and gets shut down as this hunter continues running around out there. Now the spawns are extremely out of sync for the infected as this tank is about to come up.
Right, and Hunter has a bit of chip here. Looks like we've got a tank going up here in the hands of Anzrael. So let's head over to a survival war room and see how they play this out.
Alright.
Strategy for this part is to take it inside the room and start LOSing from in there.
Inside the room?
Yeah. You could either take it inside the room to kill all the common, and then you could get outside. So right there, you do LO as a tank. Watch out for the boomers. Cuidado con los boomers.
Smoker's up.
Smoke that outside.
So if he comes in, push out, right?
Yeah, you could jump out, but you could also stay in there. And
It's
fight
gonna
him.
commit.
Yeah, he's gonna commit, so... Next attack, he's probably
You
gonna
guys
jump
could,
in here.
you guys could get out if you guys want.
Let's go, let's go.
Shoot the tank. That's. Try to shoot the
I
tank.
got smoke, I'll put out.
Kill the tank.
There's a tank, hunter outside.
Get Rodriguez, get Rodriguez.
Oh, that's over. Yeah. That's a really hard tank, like, if you're gonna play it inside and outside. I should have been a little bit more specific. My bad. That's my fault right there.
Take your pills, take your pills.
Doesn't really matter. Well,
Just take your pills. He's going to die.
Keep shooting it. Shoot that time. Shoot that time! Disculpa, my bad.
Alright, and we're back.
Yes, after those first couple hits we saw there, it looks like our special infected team really did get it together. Survivors pretty much just stayed inside the mobile office there instead of moving outside. And then after they got boomed, then the support was able to go in, and that was pretty much an easy wipe. So if you had the tank perched on top like that, at what point do you get out as soon as he commits in, right?
Well, see, it's really a difficult call to make. I would say if he's on the rooftop, you kind of want to get out, but it's a bit... If you try and get out while he's committing in, he's going to corner somebody. That's the issue.
Right. But I guess
He's going to corner somebody in there, and you're going to end up losing somebody right off the bat, and if you aren't in that room, then you aren't doing full chip. So you're going to be doing a trade-off. You're basically having those 3 survivors getting out of the room, or 1 survivor's getting in there cornered, and barely any chip dealt to the tank. So I would say as soon as you see him get onto that rooftop, I probably want to step out, just so that you don't get cornered like that again.
Yeah. The problem was they stayed in there, and then I think you had 2 people perched on top of the cabinets as well, and we saw that extended ending there where the special infected team was screwing with the survivors who were caught in the ceiling. But, like, sitting up there and perch up there, really, they don't have a lot of room to move when a tank comes in like that. So if he's going to commit in, he pretty much has those 2 trapped in a very small space up there, and if he knows how to, even barely knows how to jump punch, he should be able just to corner both of them, and that's indeed what happened. Looks like we're actually going to have an earlier tank in this round. Is 32% pre-event, or is that during?
I you know, I'm really unfamiliar with this map, but I'm gonna say pre-event.
Yeah, I think it's pre-map as well. So then survivors are they're going to have to. They have a couple of options as to how to fight that tank. It's not early enough to make a definitive safe room call. That's one place they could take it, but then another pretty open area is down there just in the room before the event starts.
To be entirely honest, they're probably going to be taking this tank on the catwalks over there. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever seen a tank earlier than this. Maybe besides in Vanilla, but I'm not sure. Alright, so we're going in here. We got a 2-2 with Hunter and Jockey. Hunter spawned up. Jockey gets the door closed on him. Here comes the Hunter. Gets shoved aside. Gets shot. Oh, let me see. The Hunter gets cleared. Here's the Jockey. Just jumping around here. Boomer is in position to try and get a boom, but they could have walled him to beat a wall there. Survivors are not going to be rushing out here. Spitter is wasting his spit. Gets shoved and shot down. See a good boom. Ooh, a 2 boom. An arc 2 boom in there.
Yep, and for those wondering, that is usually one of the best ways in order to ensure that a boom does not get popped. If you arc the vomit like that, that was a great example of, I believe, the fact that boomers can have a lot more range than people may originally think. I'm not an expert on arcing booms though, so.
Right, and there it is. You know, as I said earlier, they're going to be fighting it on the little catwalks there. So let's go ahead and go over to an infected war room here.
Sounds good.
Going in, guys.
I'm going in.
That's
Time
bad.
your punches. I know.
Once you get the down, get out of there. Nice, you got a second there, corner.
Nice one pick up.
Don't throw too many punches. Like, be careful. Nice job. Nice job. Good job. Go for the next boomer guy. The boomer guys are easy to get, so go for those.
Good job,
Next boomer guy? Time your punch.
yeah, Zen needs to tell me time your punches.
That's good. Right now, what you're doing is
Nice.
Sorry.
when we say time your punches, we mean like let the survivors like trick the survivors into going in a way that you want them to go. Like if you're gonna position the tank left side, and the tank, it's gonna make the survivor want to go right side, and that's when you cut him off and you go for the punch.
Alright, and we're back.
Yeah, like you mentioned before the start of the tank fight, they did try to take it out there on the catwalks. I thought it was going to spawn a little bit later, and I've seen people attempt to take it in the safe room before, but with the catwalks, they have to just try to avoid getting hit too hard. And what I saw there, and the reason I made the face in the chat was, I think Bill got, like, charger stumbled, pounced, and smokered at the same time, and he fell from the top level down to the bottom, and I think the God frames made him take no damage from any of that. So, I mean,
I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't actually see.
I was just like,
see that
what?
He was
Yeah, I did.
at.
He I don't even know, but it looked like he should have been like a lot more screwed up. And I checked the health, and he has had absolutely no damage. Either way, the survivors kind of got forced to the floor there, and after they did that, then the special infected were kind of easily able to hit them with a multi-boom, and then the tank was able to somewhat commit in and get the corners that he needed. So, how do you suggest trying to counter that as the survivors then?
Well, the first thing you want to do is just not fall off the catwalk or not get pulled off. You need to use the pillars that are up there, or support columns, I guess you could call them, just to dodge or juke jockeys, hunters, chargers, or even the smoker tongues. Because if you get pulled down there, it's usually just really, really bad. I mean, if you have one person down there and all three of the other survivors all up top shooting at the tank's probably going to be pretty screwed. But still, that tank was definitely whiffing a lot of punches there. He needed to time his punches, but in the end, he did get some really great teamwork with the rest of his special infected team. Alright, looks like we're going to be going go live here. Boomer is opting to attack from the front here instead of, or the back instead of the front. Looks like the majority of this are coming from the back, with the exception of the Hunter. He's probably going to get the door closed on them. Oh, we got the door closed on the back here. Hunter gets the door closed. He manages to chip down the door there with his pound. Spitter's up in the front, spawned up. Oh, and we see the Hunter getting shot through the wall here. Now at 100 health. Hunter goes down. Spitter's almost down at 54 HP. Lewis trying to kill that Spitter, but Spitter manages to get down. Boomer's still up.
Down the stairs.
Spitter's down. Boomer's looking for that spawn. He walks off in the safe room. Gets popped. You just have the jockey up in the hands of Diamond Crevasse.
Jockey.
Looks like Jockey's going in for a solo right here and gets shut down very quickly.
Yeah, now it seems as though the spawns are going to be a little bit staggered, so they're not going to be able to have that same kind of effective hit right away on the survivors when this tank spawns up. Survivors are taking a little bit slow though, and these spawn timers are coming up a little bit more. By the way, I think you need to respec.
Again? Alright.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you. Yep, and looks like they will have another hit up now in time for that tank spawn.
Yeah, survivors weren't being aggressive here with moving forward while the spawns were down.
We're going to have a Spitter, a Charger, a Hunter, and a Boomer, so depending on the effectiveness of this, it could be pretty devastating, but the tank now is up.
Right, tank is up in the hands of Alt, also known as Orbital. So let's head over to a infected war room and see how they deal this.
Sounds good.
Great shot. Shit.
Watch out.
Charger,
we
now's
got
a good
shooting
time.
you. Yeah, charger go in, charger go in.
Reloading.
Go in now.
Just charge right away. There we go.
Oh,
I did not
yeah,
want to do
go.
that.
Go for Lewis, go for Lewis.
There's
Go for
someone
Lewis.
behind you.
Yeah.
Francis is about to die.
I'm waiting for spawn.
No, he got pills.
Oh no, he's dead.
Run back, just run back.
I'm gonna play
You guys
this.
ready?
Get in there, guys. You guys
Every
go.
cap.
I'm gonna go in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go in.
I'll get to the side. I can't get Bill.
Nice. Jockey. Tank.
The card is not your priority. If you can't get them, go away, throw rocks. There
Nice,
you go. Bill
nice
is boom.
hit.
Focus
Nice
on
hit.
Zoe. Zoe now.
Yeah, just go in. They're all slow.
There you go. Good job.
Alright, and we're back.
You had to local mute the tank on that? Or...
Yeah, I had to local mute him. I mean, not only is he playing with speakers, but I think there's something, something wrong with his microphone. Because every
Okay.
time you would open it up, it would just make a large amount of garbled static. And, yeah, it was hurting my ears. Basically, I mean, to give you an idea, I keep like a little volume meter right here to see what the stream is getting to.
Yeah.
And every time you would talk, the meter would double for just a couple seconds.
Interesting. Well, even though he had those mic problems, it did not decrease the effectiveness of his tank. He managed to quickly move in and get, I think, Francis cornered, and then, unfortunately for Francis, he actually got hit down into an area where then he wasn't readily accessible to him, and the infected team made a smart call, and they played for the kill instead to start on Francis. And then once it was pretty apparent Francis was dead, 3 versus a 4k health tank and a full support setup, that's pretty much going to hinge heavily on the infected side of things, so... Very well played, I think, by both infected teams up to this point, and still a 5-point game going into map 3.
A 5-point game, would you look at that?
Then we're going to have another relatively early tank here. That's the one thing that I do remember about Blood Harvest, is that it has a tendency to make tanks, except on maps 1, and except map 1 really, to have the tanks be quite early.
We also have a witch at 51% there. I think that's actually going to be a pretty interesting spawn. That's going to be a little either inside the structure or as they're leaving the structure. It's going to be somewhere near the trains, in between the trains, possibly.
Yeah. I believe it's also going to come down. That's the thing about early tanks, though. Like, if one team gets wiped at an early tank and then the other team makes it pretty far, that can put a pretty large score disparity together. So it's gonna require both teams to play pretty much to the best of their abilities, especially on these kind of early tanks. That's not to say they don't try on all the tanks, but it's a team's worst nightmare when you're playing a survivor first. You get wiped, and then you see that other team. You know, no pressure on that tank that has to wipe them. Then for our opening attack here, they're going to have a Spitter, a Hunter, a Jockey, and a Charger, so a pretty nice setup for indoors. Trying to see exactly where they're thinking of coming from. Looks like they're going to stick the Charger at the one end of the hallway and then have the Hunter and Jockey playing in the middle. Spitter's going to be near the Charger to support that, hoping they can just get something down there, down the stairs maybe.
Let's see, they don't have a smoker, but they do, I mean, as you said, they had a Charger Spitter. I think what they could do is just have the Hunter come in, pound somebody, and then as the person's getting up, they charge him, but the Charger has to be out of position so he doesn't get shot while he's waiting for the person to get up.
Right.
We just have to be careful so they can't steal, or they can't collide with each other. But here's a going in here. Charger seems to decide to lead here, gets cleared pretty quick. See the spit spread being really great. We see a pounce on somebody in the spit. We might get a double spit here, but no, the Spitter does get shoved aside instead of killed.
Well, that's another great opening attack here going in there with Spitters, this time in a confined area as opposed to map 1, but still, that Jockey, I thought originally that maybe pouncing the guy who just got charged was a mistake, but then the stumbles that they got, and then the Jockey just held him in the middle of that spit, so very nice amount of damage going out on that first attack.
Just give me 1 second here. I need to step away from the computer very, very quick.
Right, I will keep solo casting then. Alright, all alone. So we have the next set of spawns coming up with a Hunter, a Charger, a Spitter, and a Smoker. And again, we do have that tank spawn coming up sometime soon. Survivors are pushing their way outside, clearing the rest of that common. It's going to be interesting to see if the Special Infected team decides to hold their hit here for that tank spawn or to send it in earlier. It looks like Bill is going forward to get that tank spawned up. Although, trying to not to move too far outside of his team. And we will be going to War Room once X-Bite gets back as this tank comes up, now in the hand of Diamond Crevice, whatever the heck that is. Now we have Rodriguez a little bit yellow. Looks like the survivors are waiting to try to bait that hit out. Tank is moving into position, going to try to throw a rock to get on them. Misses the rock. Charger spawned up in front. Looks like the infected are a little bit confused as to what the survivors are doing. Tank's still trying to throw rocks in. Survivors are pretty much pushed into that corner right now before they can try to move inside. Special Infected probably are going to move up and try to intercept them.
So let's head over to the Infected War Room here so that we can see what's going on. So
Okay.
Apologies for that, I just had to step away from the computer, it was an emergency.
Gotcha.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that thing is a bitch.
Oh, is Ooh.
It's actually inside, wow.
Let's get
Oh,
ready.
it's stuck now.
Get ready, get ready. I'm going in.
SI go to the left side.
Pushing.
Yeah, Charger, you're gonna have to work
Try to go
right
from the
there.
right, go.
Punch that. Yeah, there you go. Good job. 2 down. Tank, take it slow. We have 2 down.
Yep.
Charger, go.
It doesn't look bad.
When the Charger go, you go too. Now's your cue. Ah,
Nice.
don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Yeah, I know. I just blocked the shot for you. I blocked the.
Bullshit. Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! I'm dead.
It's already over.
No worry.
Good tank and once again good SI support, guys.
Yeah, good job, team.
That's pretty much exactly what you want to do. You want to have the tank flush the survivors one way and then have the SI come from the opposite way. They almost avoid it by going to the station, but that's almost even worse for them in some aspect.
Alright, and we're back.
Yes, again, seeing another early tank wipe, pretty, like I said earlier in the map. But one thing that I don't know if you saw, since you might have been AFK, is that they had the same spawns up since before the tank spawned, pretty much, and the survivors tried to go out and, like, they were kind of indecisive as to whether or not to stay out, like, debate the hit and then come back in. So you had all the infected spawned up with the tank on top of that hill there, and then the survivors were able to work their way back inside. It seemed like the SI were a little bit confused as to what the survivor team was doing, so it pretty much all came down to that just one commit there, and luckily for the infected team, it did manage to pay off. How would you have suggested the survivors taking that inside? Because what I saw they did is they kind of all clumped up near the safe room. Question mark?
Well, this tank in particular is actually very difficult to take. It really depends on how much the infected mess up rather than how well the survivors mess up in this general area here. I mean, the survivors can take it out in that big open area, but as soon as he starts committing the log, it becomes very risky. You can dodge the log using some of the trees that are around. But, you know, between the SI, the common infected that were probably uncleared there, and the tank itself with the hittables, it's just going to be really difficult to take it outside. So most people will end up coming in here and taking it inside. But usually what you're going to see is you're going to see the survivors are going to kite the tank over here into this big open hall, and you can see them. And once you get into this doorway, this first doorway here, they're usually going to have someone stay right here to be shooting the tank as he comes in. The idea here is you need to chip the tank as much as you can before he actually completely is inside. Because if you're not chipping the tank completely before he's inside, you're going to have to deal with a 6k tank in this really close quarters area.
That's right. And if he had been a little bit more chipped, the survivors might have had a chance of surviving that. But like you said, he was pretty much at full health when he came in.
I know, but a 6k tank is much more scary than a 3k tank.
Mm-hmm. We do have our first attack up here again with the Hunter pre-spawn along with the Spare Jockey Charger. Jockey goes in, gets dead stopped and killed in melee. Then the Charger does land a double charge there. Spit going in, Hunter pouncing the person in Spit, and then does get cleared, and that instant get-up will avoid most of that Spit damage, unfortunately, for our infected team.
I don't know if I can agree with that, Pounce. We saw that the Hunter actually was shift-walking in there to try and make no noise, and then went quickly either into a crouch or a wall kick.
Yeah, I think he would have been better just maybe even standing there with a little help that he had to try to keep Zoe up in Spit where she couldn't move. And now we have one of our mentors remarking about a newbie Pounce, and that's always beautiful. We have a Charger, Boomer, Smoker, and a Jockey for this next hit coming up. Looks like the survivors are going to take it back inside. Boomer does land one, then Zoe alone does get pulled. Looks like Francis is going to be able to go back there and make a pretty quick clear, though, Bill rather. And then still have the Charger and the Jockey spawned up. Looks like they're going to go in now and try to get as much damage as they can on the two out front. Jockey lands a beautiful intercept by that Charger, getting a triple charge as Lewis is still Jockey. That was a great charge.
That Jockey could get the tank up right now if he tries, but no. I guess he got a little too excited with what happened and completely forgot about the tank that he could have gotten up, and it would have put the survivors completely out of position here.
I got too excited with what happened there, so I can't blame him. And now we have this Hunter spawned up in the back there along with the Spitter. Look at the survivors are going to try to take it forward into that next area as the tank spawns up.
Alright, and tank is now up in the hands of Parasite. So let's head over to an infected war room and see how they're going to deal with this.
Alright.
Hey, wait for your team.
AI on it.
Okay. Try to get that boomer.
You ready?
When he throws a rock, try to go for that boomer.
Kill the speed.
You ready?
Yes.
You could do him? Bump
For the
him.
boomer, look for the boomer. Nice job. Tanque. Tank, just cover the bottom, the one that's down. Cubre el que está abajo, si no tira piedras sobre ahí. Hasta que tus amigos.
Nice.
Get out of there.
Bien
Nice
hecho.
hit.
Síguelos, guys, spawn in front. So they're gonna try to run forward, maybe. Good job.
GG. Good job.
One tank.
I cut the bus.
Alright, and we're back.
Yeah, we saw our Survivor team try to take that in a completely different area, a little bit further forward than their opponents, and it did actually get them the lead. And then after that, pretty much the key mistake I think they made is that 3 people went up to chip the tank, and then Francis stayed in the back. Francis got smoked and spat on, and his entire team wasn't even paying attention to where he was. They were all just trying to chip the tank. So I believe we're seeing a 69-point difference going into this 4th map.
Alright, I mean, that tank just had some really great rocks, really great punches. They're just all-around great tank there.
Yeah, and then his support was able to come in and land when he needed to. And then, yeah, like you said, the survivors actually got close enough to the tank where they probably couldn't even break the rocks if they were able to successfully shoot at them. And then the tank was just able to jump rock them pretty much all day there at the end. And like I said, Blood Harvest is known for its early tanks, and it doesn't get much earlier than 18%.
Yeah, that's true. That is a pretty early tank. I think the earliest I've seen is like 13%, but I don't even remember the map it was on.
I don't remember that either. Maybe I don't even want to know. Death Toll? Maybe? Map 1? I don't even know. I think it's something that's common with the Left 4 Dead 1 map, so.
Right, so this first hit's consisting of looks like a tri-cap with Spitter and Charger. It also has a smoker here, so they can actually set up for a really easy spit charge or long-range separation spit charge.
Yeah, so I think one of the strategies the Special Infected probably want to employ here is being able to land this hit concurrent with that tank spawn, because there's no way they're going to get another one. If everything here dies before the tank spawns, there's no way they're going to get another, obviously, before the tank. So what call would you make here if you were saying the Special Infected team?
Well, it really depends how much confidence you don't have in the other team. If you lead the smoker in here, you could actually have a really good separation spit charge here. But if you know that the other team is actually really, really competent and decent with clearing smoker tongues, you can leading in with the smoker will get cleared really easily. And that's it's an SI right off the bat. That's going to be gone. Looks like we're seeing a lot of ghosting actually coming in here. Somebody finally shoots. Smoker and Charger up. Smoker's leading in here. Charger's going, a double charge. Here comes a jockey, and that's a really great initiating hit. And here comes the tank.
Oh, but they're able to just... Lewis gets downed as that happens, but they're able to get out of the majority of that damage. Tank is now just kind of running around near that barn area, so he's not going to be able to capitalize on that first attack.
Alright, so let's head over to a Survivor War Room and see how they take this out, because this looks pretty risky already.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to push this.
Hey, let's check out the reloading. Look out!
Oh yeah, I guess.
Watch out, watch out.
Oh my aim, Jesus.
Charger! I'm down! I need some help! Get your ass up! Let's go!
Do not care. Take him out.
Thanks. Reloading.
Yeah. Do you want to go
Watch
forward
out,
despite
watch out.
the fact that the thing is there?
This is not going well.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Oh.
I'm down too. Yeah. Making him run for it. I'm sorry, but
Just run, run, run.
and it's blocked. And it's close. And there's a jockey. Hang on.
Alright, and we're back.
Yeah, what we are seeing here is the Blood Harvest effect with the number of early tanks and stuff like that. That's why you're seeing scores so low, because it's quite possible to get wiped at any of these early tanks. And then at that one specifically there, like we mentioned before the hit went in, they are only going to get one hit. And then I think the Special Infected team pretty much made the most they possibly could out of it, getting one down before the tank was even in. And I think the tank landed like a really long distance rock to get both damage and his rage completely refilled. So the Special Infected team were completely ready with how to play that one.
Did he get his rage refilled? I thought he still had his infinite rage on at the time.
I thought he did too, but either way, it's still going to be at 100 when he lands that. When he landed that rock.
Well,
it was one or the other, obviously.
Well, no. See, the thing is when you hit a rock while you have infinite range, it takes away your infinite rage. So sometimes a lot of people actually think it's somewhat of a good idea to let the tank hit you with the rock right as soon as he starts getting his tank, because then he loses infinite rage and it's easier to send him going AI. I mean, I'm not going to say intentionally get yourself hit by a rock or a punch so that he loses his rage quicker, but it can sometimes be a good thing.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I think he was already out of the grace period, if I'm not mistaken. For those who may not know, there is a grace period at the start of each tank spawn where he does not start to lose that kind of rage. How many seconds is it in 3.4?
I don't remember. What is it like?
Yeah.
28 seconds? Or...
Yeah, I want to say something like that, where it's like, and that's specifically important where the tank has to roll in from a long distance, actually. And I think this roll in here on this early tank is a pretty sizable distance. It's not like you can just be on top of the survivors right away. The tank actually, instead of pushing in when the survivors were cornered up there, he decided to kind of stay back and just wait for them to come to him. And it seemed to pay off, because he landed a lot of rocks. Though he was standing outside, and I felt kind of bad because they sent literally everything after her. She got a jockey on her, was getting punched at the same time, tanks throwing rocks at her face. So it just all comes down to that survivor coverage, pretty much.
I mean, also, just he was so patient that he waited for his SI team to come up, and we saw some really great separation. Lewis was pounced down bottom. Tank separated the other two, and somebody was smoked outside of the building. And those two people got in-capped and just left one tank against two survivors, which was really great odds for the tank.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like Charger is pre-spawn now. Looks like they're trying to shoot into the bush here, trying to shoot the Charger. Just a little bit of spraying can go.
They're trying to minimize the damage of that first attack here. The Charger is already in a position to try to imitate what the other team did, but the survivors are having none of it. Bill's trying to chip him, but...
Oh, and some chip goes in on that Charger. That Charger is now levelable.
And Jockey is spun up too, trying to get any distraction he possibly can. Survivors are baiting this quite well. Can they hit the Charger through the wall there? I don't think they can.
I don't think they can with the safe room.
Survivors are playing it very, very, very carefully here. Now they're getting even more chip on that Charger.
Smoker is now trying to initiate, tries to pull someone out of the safe room, but the survivors don't M2 or clear in time. See a charge going here, and we get a Jockey, get a quick get up here, and Spitter comes in to try and get some spit. I mean, that attack was all over the place, but these are survivors in a really great position.
That Smoker tongue was so long, I was just like, what am I looking at? I went all the way past the Charger into the safe room. I don't know with this game sometimes.
Alright, so let's head on over to a Survivor Warrior and see how they take this great opportunity here. They might be able to turn this game around.
Yep.
Dead barn.
Oh, okay.
You're alone, Dor. Come back.
Spawns down. We gotta go forward.
Rock.
Rock.
He's getting a lot of damage. Jockey.
Head. Nice kill.
Push under the barn. Or you could stay there too. You could stay there too and chip the tank. How are you
Hey
guys
guys, there's a smoker right here really quick. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with you.
Pull.
Oh shit.
No. You chip the tank.
Tank's coming in. She got a hit.
It's gonna commit.
Take your pills if you're low. Look what the pillow has, liquid.
Okay.
Jockey. He's
Jump.
in liquid, so you didn't liquid. Got jockey.
Boomer, boomer, boomer.
Just you,
Rock,
just
rock,
you.
rock, rock.
Call the tank where it's at, so your teammates can see.
Tank's right next to
I'm
the bar.
boom guy, so I can't see.
He's coming up.
Go back.
Llamen dónde está el tanque, a la izquierda, derecha también. Right, left, left,
Right
right.
side of bottom. Best tank coming in.
It's come.
You can take your pills, BTM, because he's coming in.
Smoker charger.
Just kill the tank, just kill the tank.
I got
Clear,
smoke.
clear the side, smoke it.
Mario, al lado de ti. Tómate las pastillas.
He has 1000 HP, come on guys.
Okay, finish tank.
Oh my god. 1000 HP. Tiene 1000 vida.
All right, and we're back.
Well then, the tank fight was all over the place. At first, the tank was trying to rock and just couldn't really get a rock until the start of the first pass, and it looked as though Survivors were going to be able to kill the tank after a hit was down, but that SI support on that last, on that ending hit right there was just completely incredible. When you saw the Charger miss at first, he didn't go in and get himself killed. He started punching down Zoe, who just couldn't find a way to kill him, and then the tank just kept working it pretty much. Like, even though missed a couple punches, missed a couple rocks at first, just stayed persistent and was able to actually pull a wipe out there. So then, since we saw what happened to both teams, where would you consider the best place to fight that tank to be?
I think it was Team B or Hibbs' team that they were taking it out in the little forest patch there, right? It was kind of like behind all the trees and such. Yeah, the
Yes.
downside. Yeah, that's generally the best spot that you want to take it. It prevents a lot of hittables, but unfortunately, I don't think it does really well with the rocks. You just have to skeet the rocks. I'm not sure if the fog on that map.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about the fog either, to be honest. But it seems like, depending on what the infected team is doing, the infected can kind of read what the survivors are doing as well to either play rock or to commit there, and that tank really did a bit of both.
Alright, so this first hit looks like it consists of a 2-2 with Smoker and I can't see what the fourth SI is. Hunter?
Smoker, Spitter, Hunter, yeah.
Alright then.
See, as you were saying, I'm not sure exactly the best place to take that tank.
Yeah, it was just generally in that open area where Hibbs' team was taking it, in that open area behind all the trees and such. It blocks a lot of the hittables. I'm not sure if it blocks fog line of sight, but it also does really good with the rocks if you can skeet them from that range. And it looks like the Boomer's going to be trying to arc his vomit down from the right side, the bottom right side here. Boomer is now spawned up. It looks like the survivors are... Oh! A pop! And I thought they were going to go back in to try and juke the vomit. But he decided to get a pop here, and you see the Hunter coming in, trying to pounce in. Smoker tried to take, I guess, either the pounce target. Looks like got a tank in the hands of Liquid here. Looks like he's going for that quick rock, yo. Let's see if it lands. Oh,
Nope.
and it gets intercepted by a nice little telephone pole there. Alright,
He has
so...
lost all his service.
Oh, totally. Alright, so let's head over to an infected war room and let's see how they take, or do this tank, shall I say.
Alright.
There's a ladder on that middle one. Yeah.
You ready?
Go rock
Uno,
it.
dos,
Yeah, I'm right.
uno, dos, tres.
I'm going in.
Good job, Hunter. That was good job. Good job, BTM.
Gracias. Cover my hunt. She's yellow, so you can probably...
Claro el que está.
Oh, sorry.
He's gonna pick him up.
Mario, ayúdala. Darte poquito al tanque, Mario.
Wait for Rodriguez, Mario. Start. Wait. Okay, start to push.
Ah, dale, Mari, si quieres. 1, 2 y
go.
3.
Sergeant, stay back. There we go.
Good boom. Sorry por quitártelo.
No, está bien. That's good. When you do that, it catches. Sometimes if you change it up a little bit, it catches them off guard.
Alright, and we're back, and we just saw some really good teamwork from the Special Infected there. A great boom, and then we saw a hunter that pounced somebody that was getting away. That was, I don't think he was Boom, the person that he pounced, and then we saw a jockey separation there.
Yeah.
The tank immediately committing on that tri-boom, and just it was really great teamwork by the SI.
Yeah, you said it exactly. I think actually what happened was the hunter had one of the boom guys pounced, right? And they were stumbled. They were stumbled up near that that like car rack thing that has the cards on it, and then the boomer was able to get 3 on it. But then what happened was instead of killing the hunter, one of the boom survivors M2'd the hunter off, and then the hunter jumped away and covered the what is going on? Why is
I'm not sure.
Hib's in the... Oh, God. Alright, well, that's cool. He M2'd the hunter off, and then the hunter was able to cover the boom guy, or the non-boom guy who was trying to chase after the jockey guy, so that was literally a perfectly supported attack there, and the tank was able to jump in. And it looks as though my prediction of Hib playing in Left to Learn is going to come true, because he is now subbed in as Lewis for whatever odd reason.
Alright, it looks like the boomer is going to be coming from the top here, and Smoker's going to be trying to pull down. I mean, I think you can get a death pounce here. If you time it just right, you can get a death pounce. I didn't get to play Left 4 Dead 1 too much, so I'm not sure what, or you know, how the death pounces work. But I would imagine since they're going to be pulling them off this side here, and yeah, they can pull them off the side here, and they could easily just dead pounce them.
Alright, he's just...
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I know the death pull usually does work from over there on that side, but the survivors are going to need to like completely not cover. Like I don't know. I don't think they're really going to be able to allow it at with using this configuration. They're pretty much just going to be able to get the clear.
Oh, good to see here what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. I'd be extremely impressed if that infected team is able to land that death pull. But again, they're only going to really have a couple of seconds before that early tank does spawn, and hopefully they're going to be able to find a little bit more success than the other team did, because yeah, like I said, the Blood Harvest early wipes, again, every tank in this game has been an early wipe except for that first chapter. The first chapter was the only one past like 40% on the entire, if my memory serves me right. But pretty much comes down just to this. Well, actually, I think they can. They'd have to, in order to win, they have to kill the tank and make it to the farmhouse. I'm pretty sure, and then like start the event. But they definitely don't have to make it to the second tank.
Oh well, no, they don't have to make it the second tank. Just gotta. I think this is the version that disables the third tank, correct?
If it's 3.4, then I believe so, because there was some complaint that the finales were too wipeable, so they took out, for those who don't, they took out tanks from a lot of the finales. I believe this is one of them. But hey, maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. It'll depend on how well this first tank pretty much goes down.
Right, and we see the boomer that is on top of the train cart here. Looks like he's gonna try to bomb it over the side here. Smoker is still set up behind that ladder here. Oh, and here comes the boomer, tries to rocket in. Oh, we managed to get a proxy on them. Here comes the smoke, trying to get the pull off. It looks like Hunter is now spawned on top too, also with the Spitter spawned up across. Spitter's gonna look for that pounce and try and spit on that. Hunter's just taking his time here. They might be able to end up getting a charger here if they turtle long enough, and I think that's what they're going for. They're trying to get a charger right now.
Yeah, I mean, Smoker is still, though, is trying to step from the side. He's going to try to pull... Oh, okay, falls down a little bit. Does not get the charger, though. Gets the jockey instead. Tank is now up. As this the rest of this hit kind of plays out, they have the 3 pinners moving in, and Survivor's going to start trying to push that tank a little bit. The entirety of the hit is in the back, except for that jockey. Smoker does get a pull onto Bill, and then it does get cleared. Hunter coming in trying to cover. Smoker is still alive. Now the Hunter's also chipped down to half, and this Tank's is trying to land a rock up front. Jockey going in, Smoker does get shut down. Jockey's about to be shut down as well, and then the Hunter is only at about 30% health.
Alrighty, and with that commentary. Alright, let's head over. Let's head over to. Let's see here. What is it we were doing last room? Infected War Room?
Reloading.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Let's head over to the Infected War Room here.
Okay.
Yeah, second pass, second pass.
Get up on that ladder on the tanker.
Let's go, guys. Go, go, go. I'm going in.
Good smoke.
Behind you.
But yeah, try to punch him down. Never mind.
Reloading.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
What the hell are you doing, Francis?
Alright, and we're back. So it looks like
Yeah.
they managed to kill this first tank here, and they actually have a lot of health on them. They have one bleeder and then one possible bleeder that's going to be coming out of Bill here. See a great boomer pop there by Liquid, and we have the Witch coming up here.
Yep,
this is
the
the-
Special Infected pretty much need to capitalize on this Witch here. They do have the Hunter spawned up in position. This could be pretty much deciding the game.
And here comes the Witch, go for the draw count and misses. Here comes the Hunter, comes in, lands his pounce. Oh, but the Smoker and the Jockey are way too
Wow.
slow getting in there.
That was extremely close to being something close to that wipe, but instead the survivors do manage to get past that Witch, even with a failed draw crown there. Still have about 60 points left to go. And so, if pretty much like I said, if they make it through the, they may not even need to make it through the cornfield. It looks as though as the score does keep going up, they are going to. Our current Survivor team will be the victors of this game if they get just 11 more points. Spitter goes in and manages to sack a little bit. Hunter's still up, and now that is the end of the game scoring-wise. So indeed did come down to that first tank. As this charger goes in, does land. Hunter's still jumping around, manages to land on the boom guy as the rest of these clears go in. Survivors are pretty much down to only one set of pills now, but pretty low-scoring game, I guess, from both sides. Hard fought with Infected, and then finally this one Survivor team was able just to break it at the end.
Alright, we saw a couple of GGs going out here, but it is still not the end of the game, so the Survivors still need a wipe here. That attack just now really hit the Survivors. We now have 3 bleeders, and 2 of them are slow here. See a pull into Lewis. He's actually going to go down in the middle of the field while the Horde's still coming. It looks like Zoe's completely out of position also, but also blocking spawns on the other side of the tractor here, so it's somewhat working out here. I think they're... I'm wondering if they're deciding if they're going to leave him, but looks like they're struggling to get back there. Jockey is now spawned up. Going to get into Zoe here. Managed to get the land on him. Doesn't go for the scratch pounce. Going to get it down here on Zoe, and then a pull on the Bill, and this might be the wipe here. Oh, the Charger was so close.
Yeah.
And Lewis is now down. Bill has gone down. Francis getting punched down, and this might be the wipe here. Just barely enough for the other team to make it back here from map 1 here.
Yep. It was extremely close, and another well-played game, I think, by both sides, and I think another pretty much evenly matched, and that's that's all we could hope for, I guess, here on Left to Learn.
Alrighty. So that is the end of Left to Learn, January 18th, 2014. So, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good night or morning. I don't know where you guys are at.
Right, depending on where you're at, night or morning.
Alrighty, take care.
Good, take care.